It's Pat Gillis here, and up in the Great White North, it's Canada Day, and I know my American friends, you guys are going to be celebrating Independence Day in a few days. So it's kind of a holiday week around here, I guess. It's kind of a nice day to just sort of think about how lucky we are, really, when you think about living where we all live, right? Like, it's funny. I remember my parents always telling us about when they were growing up. Both my parents grew up in Nova Scotia, which is like in the Maritimes, in this part of the world. And my mom especially grew up on a farm. My dad grew up in an orphanage, so neither of them had an easy go of it, really. And I remember my mom had this one memory of her childhood, and it stood out all those years. She always talked about it. Was that the most exciting Christmas she ever had was one year a family friend came from out of town somewhere, and they brought her and her sister and brothers an orange. And they were so excited to get that orange, and my mom said it was the most delicious thing she'd ever tried, and she always remembered that story. And I got thinking about that, and I thought, wow, if you go, like, I live in a pretty small town, and there's a grocery store there, and if you look at the shelves, they're full of canned goods. The bakery is full of fresh bread. The vegetable and fruit section is just overflowing with beautiful fresh fruits and vegetables. And that's just in one small town. Every single town has these grocery stores that are so abundant and so filled with anything that you want to buy. I think sometimes I almost sort of lose sight of how lucky we are and how blessed we are to have that kind of abundance where we all live. We're also so lucky to have horses just for our sheer recreation, right? My grandfather's horse, he had horses, but those horses were working horses. They were out in the field working as hard as my grandfather used to work to bring in, food so that they could get through the winter. And nowadays, our horses are pretty lucky, or at least the lucky ones are lucky. Nothing makes me happier than when the horse seems to enjoy the exercise and the activity as much as I do. Even for my school horses, that's our goal. They should never become like robots that just, have to get through the drudgery of a day. It's nice when the school horses can enjoy their job too. There's just so many reasons to be grateful, and I guess on a day like this you kind of have time to reflect on that a little bit. I'm grateful for all the great place that I live, the wonderful horses I get to work with, the great people that I know, the good friends I have, and to you I'm grateful to you for taking the time every week to watch these videos. If you're watching this anywhere besides at our blog, which is ismyhorsehappy.com, go on over there, scroll down and leave a message. Let me know what you're grateful for, and happy Canada Day, happy Independence Day. And remember to thank your horse. Have a great week. See you next time.